Hello! So welcome to a diary of a workhouse boy. This is my diary. Charlie Gubbins. I'm 9 years old and I'm about to start working Quarrybank Mill in Cheshire. The mill is supposed to be a special one as it's built on the River Bollen. The water's supposed to power a water wheel which makes the factory work. I don't know what that means, but it sounds fancy. They've said if I can get anyone to subscribe though, they'll give us better food and longer playtimes on Sunday. Do you think you could help us out with that? What? Do we need to start? Oh, sorry. Let's get on with it then. If you're poor, you get looked after by your parish. That's the local church. If you become too much of a burden to them, you may have to become indentured by the nearest mill. Indentured means that you have to work for them for 10 years. Free? Hopefully in a job where I'll get paid for my work. I'm on my way now. We had to leave our home and move to Cheshire so we could be close to the mill for work. Apparently, we're not getting paid for working in the mill. Apparently we're going to have a chat when we all arrive and they're going to tell us what the rules are. I probably won't get a chance to speak to you until tomorrow. So it's our first day on the job today. I arrived late yesterday afternoon and we were taken for a quick walk around. We then had to go and see the doctor to check we were fit and healthy. Then we went to find out where we were going to live. I've got to stay in the lodgings with other children. There's 30 of us all crammed into one room. I've got to share a bed with another lad. Hope he doesn't trump on me. Speaking of which, there's no toilet. We've just got a bucket in the corner of the room. Thankfully I'm not in the bed next to it. Imagine smelling that all the way through the night. Apparently, we've got to work for 12 hours a day, 6 days a week. We get Sundays off. Well, that's alright, isn't it? They've said that the work is hard, but we'll get an education. 3 nights a week we'll be taught for an hour. So I've got to work and go to school. There's a kid from Chelsea here down south. Apparently they all used to come from there in the early days of the mill. Now most of us are from Liverpool and close by the mill. It's so hard, this work. I've got to run under the machines and pick up any loose bits of thread that are clogging the machines. You have to be real quick though, or you'll get caught by the machine. I'm alright though. I'm like Usain Bolt, fastest man in the universe. Some of the boys in my room got into a fight. We were told on the first day that if there was any fighting, we'd be locked in a room and only fed gruel for the whole time. The food here is not bad. I'll tell you about that another time. The lad I've got to share the bed with, Bradley, he's always crying for his mum. I gave him a hug and told him that he'll see her soon. I don't think he will though. We're stuck here for 10 years, remember? So today's Sunday. It's our only day off. Then again, we have to go to church whether we like it or not. There we get taught about how we're all evil and we need to live our best lives so that we can get into heaven. I wouldn't mind, but it's a 2-mile walk each way to St Bartholomew's in Wilmslow. We do get time to play in the afternoon on a Sunday. I can only usually run around for about 30 minutes before I have to sit down. Sometimes I even fall asleep against one of the trees. Hey, sorry it's been a while. I've been so tired trying to get into this routine. Oh, ever since the boys were locked up and only fed gruel, they behaved a lot better. Mr. Samuel Gregg, who owns the mill, said to all of us that he believes in treating us fairly. Apparently, that's how he thinks he can get the best work out of us. We have a superintendent who attends to our care and morals. The tutors they've hired to teach us are really strict. I'm learning in the sand trays currently. I hope I can move on to learn to write with a quill if I work hard. There was an accident at the mill today. Me and another lad were running under the machines. Bradley, his name was, who we share a bed with. We've always been told we have to be quick. Once the machine line runs across, we have to dart under and grab any bits of material that are sticking on the machine. Or you have to be quick to get back out in time. I made it. But Bradley got his hand trapped just as he was coming out of the machine. I've never heard a scream so loud. There was blood everywhere. They turned off the machine straight away and several people ran over. I was in shock. I could only stand there and look. His hand was all mashed like mincemeat. I hope he's going to be okay. He's one of my only friends here. I think I'm going to have the bed to myself tonight. For once, I wish that Bradley was next to me. The girls have been fighting this time. Someone said something nasty about someone else, and it all went from there. They've been taken away. Apparently they're going to have their head shaved. That'll take a long time to grow back. Then again, some of the girls have lice. Give them a chance to get rid of them. I won a prize for my writing today. They've told me that I'm going to move on to the quill. The Gregs believe in rewarding hard work. Lots of us get prizes if we exceed their expectations. I'm even using bigger words and better words when I speak, like expectations. Some of us have been offered to work longer hours in the mill. It's called overtime. The difference is, we get paid for this overtime. It's only a penny an hour. They said that they'll keep all the money that we earn. Then when we leave the mill once we're finished our indenture, we can take the money to start our adult life. Then again, if we misbehave or we don't work hard enough, they can fine us. That means we have to pay them money. All of that hard-earned overtime wage could be taken from us. I'm sick. I've got some kind of fever. I've got to go and see the doctor. Someone else who had to go and see him said that they use leeches. They put them on your skin and they suck your blood. I thought only vampires did that. Apparently it draws all the bad stuff out of your skin. What did they call them? Toxins. Yeah, toxins. One of my friends had a boil on his neck. They put a poultice on it. So for that, they heated up some porridge oats. Then they slapped it out. They slapped it on his neck and put a bandage around it. It's supposed to reduce the inflammation. I hope I'm not sick for too long. I don't get fed as well when I'm sick. Remember that sickness I had? 5 days I was out of action for. They put me on some lighter duties. If they'd made me run to those machines while I was sick, I'd have been a goner. I'm missing Mum and Dad today. I haven't seen them since I got here. I don't even know if they're well or not. I hope they're okay. Oh my gosh. We had the best meal today. Oh, it was the owner's big birthday, so we got some decent meat and some boiled vegetables and broth. Oh, it was so good. So our normal day consists of bread and cheese or a porridge type meal for breakfast. Then for lunch, several times a week we'll have meat. We have different types of meat, so it varies day to day. Then we get supper in the evening. We get bread and cheese. Sometimes we get beer. It's safer to drink than the water, even living in the countryside. It's really watery, but they have to brew it like a kettle to make the beer. This makes sure that the water's clean. I'm going to sleep well tonight. Bradley's back with me now. His hand's pretty mangled, but he can still use 2 of the fingers. They've allowed him to work on a different job. He's lucky to be alive, if I'm honest. We've been told it's almost the anniversary of us coming here. I lose track of the time in the day, let alone the weeks and months. It's hard work, but it's better than living in the parish. From what I've heard, we're lucky to live in this particular workhouse. Word is that other workhouses are not as nice as ours, The food's awful, the hours are longer, and the children working there are mistreated and beaten. Even though it's hard, they seem to care about us here. I just hope when I finish my 10 years, I can make something of myself. Oh, don't forget, if we can get more subscribers, they've said that we'll get even better food and longer time to play on Sundays. Help out old Charlie by hitting that subscribe button. You can always hit the notification bell to check if I've uploaded any new videos. Oh, there's the bell. I've got to get back to work. Only 3,330 days to go until I retire from this place. Then I can get a proper job. Bye everyone!